Welcome
Da-na-da. All right. Good
to. I'm gonna keep that if I'm editing that.
You might as well.
Welcome to the Play No Games podcast. I'm Cartier Rob,
I'm Tay Ford.
and if you're choosing this podcast, you're choosing straight delusions and just great comedy. We got a decent lineup.
Yeah, yin and yang. Delusion, comedy,
Wow.
punchlines, delivery, all that. And
Someone's filming this.
shout out to Bastard Critics too.
They're back. If you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out. Definitely I have to say that more often throughout the video. But like, comment, subscribe. Please help us grow. We need you. But most importantly, we need this next topic.
Mm-hmm. Also, I want to ask: can the Backseat Critics they get a drop? I feel like we should have some audio drop where it's I don't know. What would you say, Drew?
It's an audio drop.
Yeah.
It's a bell. Okay,
What?
we can work on that. I'm fine. Hey, if y'all want to do it, I'm down.
What do you play no games about though?
Ooh, you know what I don't play no games about? I play no games about the Fast and the Furious franchise. Vin Diesel needs to be stopped. Allegedly, he's wanting to do a final Fast and the Furious, and he wants to bring back Paul Walker's character. I said, what? And what do you call it? I believe his brother was right there when he announced it, and somebody freeze framing his brother's just like. And I was kind of like, what kind of grave robbing bullshit? And we're like, I thought you have enough money.
So I ain't gonna lie. All right. My response to this, just even 10 seconds prior, was gonna be a lot different.
Okay.
So I saw that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we're in the era of multiverses. Like, it's kind of weird to do, but all right, whatever, do what you do. All respects, RIP. I forgot he had actually passed, so this is becomes a lot weirder at the same time. So
I was just saying, I want you to know I felt the same way. I'm just kind of like, man, I actually, and I thought it was tasteful that they had his brother do some of the shots in there, but I was like, man, this is a great way to let this rest. So, man, Vin Diesel, I didn't know he was that slimy.
wow, that was a crazy pun.
Could you imagine being in a movie and then you die and then your brother is playing you? Like, that's kind of crappy. Like, hey, I'm playing my dead brother.
I know how my brother would play me in a movie, which would be hilarious.
Okay, well, I mean, flip that. It's still.
But
family.
I'm saying in heaven, I'd be like,
but like
stop
actual
that.
family, not to. But like, it's still kind of crap.
I feel like we've seen that happen. I can't think of the role, but I feel like I've seen that in the last 10 years.
Like where a sibling plays the
In reprise the role of whomever the person was supposed to be. But I'm drawing blanks right now. It's been a long week.
True that.
But yeah. Plus that franchise just needs to end.
Man.
Anyways. But shout out to them getting the books. But what do I play no games about this week? I played no games about the fact that I think I'm at the point in my life I really don't like crowded spaces at all. Like going out to clubs, lounges, bars, fuck with them.
You developed autism, huh?
Yeah, I need to be able to hula hoop around my body basically. It's just too much friction and all that other stuff. I'm trying to get a little overstimulated being in those type of spaces. But it's weird because I can go to first Thursday, but I think it's because I can navigate and pop in and out. Whereas in the club, you're just in a confined space.
I don't know how you feel. I think if I travel and I go out somewhere else, I'm willing to be more tolerant. But if I'm at home, I'm just I know this shit's already.
Yeah, or the house is right up the street. So
exactly, I'm paying for this, so let me stay my ass in here. No, I'm actually with you with that. I think for me, the most place where I used to not I was whatever with, I would say malls start to like the crowdedness of malls during certain holidays.
When the last time you went to a mall on the regular?
On the regular, I would say the last time the mall was crowded was during Christmas rush and for
2011.
Washington Square, Vancouver.
Oh shit! I don't be shopping.
I'm just saying. But last time I was a lot of shit's going on. But I was more or less thinking of shooting, so I was like, But
I mean, it's a fair concern these days. But
what?
what can you do? But it's some crazy shit going on right now. I'm not gonna lie. This Love Island shit is taking over my algorithm. It's gotten to the point where now they're doing live watch parties at Jackie's. And
I
not just
peeped that.
that, like across the country, people are like renting out clubs and like wedding venues to watch Love Island collectively. I, for life of me, can't understand why this shit has started to spread like wildfire, because it's not like the show just started.
Yeah.
I guess this is how some of my exes probably felt when I was watching the Super Bowl or some shit. Because I'm like, bro, will y'all just move the fuck on? I'm tired of hearing about this shit.
Huda or Huda.
Nick, Alondria, is that the other one?
Ace.
Yep. So, you and your lady, y'all watching it?
She tried to get me to watch one episode. I haven't. I would say I'm like 4 for 5 when she's watching the show. I'll watch a little bit, but it's been a little bit difficult this time. But no, Love Island, that's her crack.
I feel like this would probably, like, not to even troll you right now, but like I feel like this would actually be a pretty good case study for you with what you do professionally.
Yeah. Here's my crazy take.
You know how much actually, I'm about to give you some game right now. You know how much content you could use if you just did like breakdowns of that shit on TikTok?
Man, I think I need to give you 5%. Damn, that's actually a damn good idea. Damn, I'll sign this guy up. That's okay. Now, I think when it comes to Love Island, from what I've seen, because one, I actually kind of like that it is sweeping the country as a cultural phenomenon, but my like sick, twisted mindset makes me think.
Not to cut your knowledge, maybe we should do, because I'm kind of jumping on. Should we give like the viewers kind of a brief breakdown of like what the show's kind of about?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, more or less, normal dating show. Couples or groups of, I'm gonna say 20 to 30-year-olds are brought to the shared space in the hopes of finding a match. In the midst of X amount of days, people are allowed to pair up, switch, whatever, and then they end up getting voted off based off of different challenges. Some people, kind of like Survivor, can come back given different situations. It airs every fucking day of the week, though, besides Wednesday, and then they do like a recap show on Saturdays. But besides that, it's there on Peacock every fucking day.
When I first found that out, that to me was trippy. I was like, really? 6 days out of the week? But one thing I was going to say about Love Island is it's escapism. The reason why I say is escapism, it is like, you said it's a case study, right? I feel like it gives everyone an excuse to escape them unlearning their toxic tendencies, because they'll find it on Love Island and then they'll project and be like, Ace, I hate that person, or the Huda chick, or Carly Beth, whatever. And I feel like it's that, because what's getting into the mindset of those people? You go to an island, you don't know what time it is, you're with brand new people you don't know. So like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, there's so many things that are not in their control, so they're grasping for almost anything. So of course you're going to go into your toxic baggage. So
and it just might be part of the course for where we're at in society too.
Exactly.
Regardless,
meaning we're all sick because we like watching these things. We're all sick bastards.
So we need to probably talk to a doctor or a professional.
Yeah,
to unlearn this behavior.
Yeah.
To be better partners. And,
yes.
Possibly, married one day, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah.
And sustain a fruitful relationship and marriage.
Man, it's almost like I know a guy.
Yeah. I know a few scamming like therapists that, they just come in and tell the wife, hey, chill out.
Hey, chill.
Chill out. I'm blowing up his phone.
Make that man a sandwich.
Hey,
huh? Love Island?
Yeah, so he's not gonna clip
I'm
that.
joking. I'm joking.
Yeah. But yeah, he might tell dude, hey, bring some flowers home every once in a while, and then play nice. So,
what are your thoughts with Love Island?
I mean, it's like a sorry show. Like I've seen it before in previous seasons. Like I said, like I didn't understand why it's picked up traction this season for whatever reason. Miranda, we're both cool with her.
Of course.
She,
Shout out Miranda.
Yeah, facts. She loves the UK version of it, and has told me for years it's been better. But it's a solid dating show. It's just like dating shows really aren't my cup of tea per se.
So, besides my girlfriend talking about it, I think on my social media feed, it's not as much as yours, but like I get sprinkles of it. But I got it when the Huda chick was like, I'm a mommy. And then slash that, I think one person said like something like racist on the podcast or something like that. And I'm going to ask because, a little bit of your work is doing producing. Do you think the show missed that part on purpose for ratings? Because when you pick people for these type of shows, they scrub so much of your stuff. I'm surprised they would just miss that big of a thing.
I could see it possibly because it can't draw in viewers just with any type of controversy, and also could just be human error, like stuff does slip through the cracks. Like RJ, we've seen plenty of quarterbacks or NFL players who, phenomenal athletes, probably tweet something crazy when they were 13, 14 years old. All of a sudden, the week of the draft, even though college coaches have had a chance to scrub their social media, their team, their agent, and then all of a sudden, 3 days before they're supposed to get drafted, they said something racist or, borderline grapey. So then they end up dropping from the first round to like the third or fourth.
RJ, you've been watching it. What are your thoughts? Pick up the mic. Pick up the mic.
Yeah, tap in.
Mr. Danger. Finish it out for us.
I'm only halfway through an episode. So
what are your thoughts, married man?
Initial thoughts.
It's one of those dating shows like X on the Beach. What's another one?
Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, we forgot. Never
I'm not gonna lie, it's so bad. I was looking at him when he said it.
Now, see, like Love on the Spectrum, I ain't gonna lie. Like I have a little cousin that's autistic, so like I really like. It gives me hope for her, so like, I really like focus that show.
But you need some people on Love on the Spectrum to be on Love Island because they can be like, you on some bullshit. They'll say it. They'll fucking say it.
Yeah, but this shit, like, it's gonna get very weird. It's gonna get very weird because those people are.
I know, I understand, but when you, because I think I've watched maybe like 5 episodes of Love on the Spectrum. Those people don't play about what they're on a mission.
No. I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is the people on Love Island are so dense that they'll like shut your. I mean, I'm not going to say the words. But,
What's funny is that whole exchange was a perfect example of you communicating very clearly what he needed to learn, and him being so dense that he wasn't understanding that he was saying the same thing.
Boo!
I'm just saying, don't say boo. I'm just saying,
boo.
It happens.
It's a microcosm.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Drill spit.
no, he's not. I want you to know, never mind. I'm not even gonna do it. Go
ahead. No, I'll talk your shit.
I will talk. It's not even talking shit. Y'all think what y'all say is like the God. Like y'all about to drop some like irrefutable facts, evidence, and then
because it usually is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's all opinion.
Pattern. I just said it.
You know what? Never mind. I'm about to do that to you. I'm about to ether you. Anywho, did you get that reference?
Coward.
Ooh, don't tempt me.
Here, let's do a poll. Real quick because you said it earlier. Y'all see this nice can of water? What color would you say is closer to? This green here or this bright ass blue?
Now that is comedy.
Inside joke from some stuff that happened. Like
it's a very
pre-recording, but
I will actually take that L. Anywho, damn, I had a question to ask RJ, but
married man. If you weren't married, would you consider going on Love Island to find your partner?
What y'all don't know is his Instagram handle is Mr. Danger.
Damn, snitch.
No. I would not consider it.
Could you see Tay on the show?
Yes.
What would he be doing? Like some Ace stuff?
You know, I've only seen Ace for a half an episode so far.
He's trying to emphasize that like he doesn't really know shit yet. And
I've only seen Ace for
Rob
half
keeps on
an
leaning in.
So for a half the episode that I've seen, like, yes, Tay could be Ace for all I know. For a half, they got done doing this kissing thing, and Ace got 2 girls.
In the past life. No. All right, but
Fuck it. Anywho, well, someone who wants more past lives is
terrible transition.
okay.
Terrible transition. Yeah, terrible transition. But anyway,
The verdict is in. You like that?
Anyways,
You like that?
Rob's family got some
Hey,
pleasant
yeah.
news
First and foremost,
today. His uncle.
we are,
His
no, we chill.
His uncle was acquitted
Chill.
of 4.
Absolutely not. The verdict is in. P. Diddy has been sentenced.
Oh, now he's just P. Diddy.
He is P. Diddy.
Before he's uncle.
You called him love.
When did I ever call him love?
Hey, man. Anywho,
Just throwing bullshit, hoping something sticks. None of us do.
I want you to know that I'm not gonna lie. That definitely was that. Meaning, out of the 5 counts that he was charged for, he is only being charged.
I thought it was 6.
My bad. 6. He's only being charged for 2.
See, happens again. But
First and foremost, at least I can admit when I make a mistake. You two, not at all. Meaning, P. Diddy has skirted and slipped by. You see that through 2 of the biggest counts, the RICO charges. Did I get that right?
yes, you did.
Okay, so before we kind of go down further, I actually have to give you your credit. You actually were saying about your uncle that some of those RICO charges didn't stick. How did it feel
You're funny.
to be a Nostradamus? You called this. I gave you flowers. You called that.
Yeah. So when it comes to Diddy's case, early on, I was kind of apprehensive in terms of whether or not they would be able to fully present a case to the jury that would get him convicted on sex trafficking and a RICO case.
Yeah.
Only due to the evidence being very flimsy. And this isn't to pardon yourself, shame anybody or, say, such and such was complicit or, XYZ wasn't a victim. But because there was so much interaction between like Cassie and other individuals with third parties, it would then be hard for a jury of his peers to come to the unanimous decision and say, oh, okay, like, he was clearly just spearheading everything, playing puppeteer. So that's where shit gets kind of like, fuzzy for me. Even though I think he was doing that, just by the letter of the law, I thought it was gonna be a hard case to present. He still did get convicted of 2 counts of
Not sex
trafficking,
prostitution.
Yes. So,
I think for me,
or soliciting.
we're on the right track. I think for me, each time like these big cases come up and things like that matter, it's so easy to get caught in the vacuum of, well, this creator said this, that creator said this, and it becomes this.
Or where I morally think about the person, not like, all right, what's the actual case and charges they're being hit with.
Exactly. And, I actually almost got in trouble with this in my own relationship because I was just trying to look at it for what it was, because I already know how I emotionally feel about, the Diddy case and what happened to Cassie, and I condemn all those things. But when you are in the legal world or a world where you have to look at things and take a step back, I think it's sometimes hard for people. And I'll be honest with you, I just didn't have as much confidence as you saying that I don't think some of that RICO stuff was gonna stick, especially with some of the open statements. And I think for me, this is just another message where when we are in these like cultural iconic timepieces, it's still okay to,
Use logic,
but also like going back to what I've always said on the show, 2 things to be true at the same time. We're like, yes, we can condemn Diddy, but also I don't think this is going to stick.
Yeah, it's just hard sometimes for people to compartmentalize their feelings in these type of situations. And I'll say myself, even after the verdict came in today, I still quote tweeted some of my friends said, my homie, and just said, fuck Diddy. Because I was feeling the moment, and we kind of like, it wasn't tension or anything. We like had a back and forth about why I said that. But yeah, a lot of people gonna have some hell to pay once he hits the streets. I'm gonna say that.
Yo, you think he's gonna?
It's 10 years for.
Put on.
He's not getting hit with the maximum.
You don't think he's gonna max on him?
I don't think he's gonna hit with the
I
maximum.
don't think so either.
Especially as a first time offender, I'll be very hard pressed to believe he does anything past 5 years, bro.
Okay.
But yeah, it's up to 10 years per
Count.
Per count, yeah.
But I'm
That's
not-
why I said 20 in the
6
chat.
months.
But
But
That's why I said 20 in the chat.
I thought it was just 2.
Each one is 10.
No, I know, but I thought it was just 2 charges that he actually got convicted.
I thought it was.
I think it's six
6.
6 charges.
I think it was 6, and
So
If I remember reading, so I'll just go with this.
sorry, the Wi-Fi here is.
Yeah, no, you good.
That's not on you. That's
Yeah,
it's just not.
I want to say the charges were for solicitation for prostitution, and each carries anywhere from 21 months to 10 years each. Now it's up to the judge whether that wants to be ran concurrently, consecutively, or just drop to the minimum.
yeah.
So, especially as a first time offender, I'm like, it's gonna be, unless they just are trying to send a message with this.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it's them wanting to send a message, because look at the response, not from his supporters, but his main family. Like, you can't be doing that stuff in the court. Like, I get Diddy and his team, him falling in jail, but like his son about to making music, like in between it, like it's just kind of like gives you that energy of like, I'm Teflon. Like, yeah, you can. I know you.
Well, I mean, that's one son though. He has a lot of other kids besides that. Like, I know Christian was making music, but Justin wasn't, and his daughters, I mean, they were crying their eyes out. I mean, it's their dad, so I get it.
True to that. But I don't know. I just think when this type of case, and maybe I'm just wrong for thinking like this, where it's kind of like we all need to be uniform. Like, we need to all be showing like remorse. We're taking this seriously, because if you're looking at me as a criminal organization, you're also looking at my family too. You're looking at, they'll probably take this.
But that's the thing.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
during that time. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, if I'm in a situation, I'm talking to my son, what the fuck you doing? Making
like,
music about this?
Calm the fuck down. Yeah,
Calm the fuck, all of you. Like, that's still one person can spoil it.
I think Drew got us.
All right.
So basically, it's like 2 to 10 years.
Yeah.
For everything.
Okay.
There was 5 counts that he was being charged with. He was only charged with 2 of them. He was acquitted on racketeering and conspiracy.
Yep.
He was acquitted on sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. And he was acquitted on sex trafficking by another account of that. But he was found guilty of transportation for purposes of prostitution.
There we go.
2 times.
Yep.
And each of those is 10 years in prison.
Oh, maximum.
Maximum.
And what's the minimum?
I think it's 2 years.
Yeah,
And that's probably what he's going to get. But
Won't he get time to serve? How long did he?
And along with that, like, that's why I'm like, bro, he's not going to be in prison that long.
no.
So I'm gonna bring this back to what you just said, and this is my last piece on this one. Aubrey O'Day and Cassie's team sent like, this person should be on the streets, and you made the comment of people gonna have hell to pay. Do you actually think that he's actually gonna be dumb enough to be retaliatory?
Yes.
Damn.
It'll be very clean, very quiet, but yes.
So he a bad boy. Damn.
All right. Rest in peace, Big.
Yeah. All right. Well.
So, yeah. Very somber note.
Hey, hi, and Johnson & Johnson, your stock about to go back up. Your greatest.
That's crazy.
your greatest.
Hey, so speaking of another public figure, did you see that video clip of B. Simone?
Oh, did we finally get our revenge?
Elaborate. What do you mean by that? You want revenge on that black entrepreneur?
One that's really being very.
You see how I make him look like the bad guy.
When someone
he tries to run this nice nigga stick.
when people are being very dishonest, and it's almost kind of like someone's like, all right, I'm gonna show you how to cut lean and all this other stuff, and you find out that they got their body done. So Yeah. So when someone is attacking the working people, yes.
Yep. So since Rob wants to hit the bachata right now and dance around what actually is going on, so B. Simone in a recent interview was talking with her best friend about some of her, financial situation right now. How she used to be able to shop at Bloomingdale's, now she's shopping at H&M. Previously, during the pandemic, she was speaking towards how she couldn't deal with a man that was working
Vile. Speaking very vilely.
Okay, so he has some extra thoughts and adjectives about this, situation. But as he stated, she was just kind of saying she couldn't fuck with a man who works from 9 to 5 because we wouldn't be aligned down the same frequency. Wouldn't understand her hustle in terms of having to get up sometimes and work at 3 or 4 a.m. or whatever have you. And the internet, being the internet, has took this moment to say, aha, got you. So, Rob,
Gotcha, bitch.
But yeah, when you first saw that video of B. Simone, what was your initial thoughts?
So many. I'll just say this. I don't know if you remember, I think they call it red pill content, right? I think the essence of what red pill content is just like, men being better, doing better, being the masculine energy, not none of this fresher and fit shit. And like, it's okay to be masculine. And I think when you hear some type of, woman such as like a B. Simone saying that I need a hustler, someone who can rob a bank, those other stuff, where it's kind of like you're excluding so many like good men out of the equation because like not everyone's gonna, be the owner of the bus. They're gonna drive the bus. And I feel like that kind of rhetoric in so many ways, it impacts the youth and people I have today. Where like I have young people, like literally, quote me on this, Andrew, fact check me on this one. There was a group of 5th and 4th graders planning to assault a young man with like a criminal like plan, right? Like it was like a.
I'm lost. Like, what's the context behind this?
I'm saying like that's how like lost we are when it comes to the
Like I'm sure that is happening right now.
No, I'm saying like I think I sent it to you, and I guess why I'm trying to tie it together is like there's such a big disconnect of what a man and what a woman is, where it's kind of like if you're not feeling into these toxic lenses of toxic masculinity, toxic femininity of what these things are, you get these like, well, if you just can't do these things, like I'm gonna throw you to the side, which gets people acting in these extremes. That's why I was bringing that up.
Got you.
I don't know if this is the one that you're talking about, but there's one that happened last year where a 9-year-old female was sexually assaulted by 4 of her fellow students.
Wow.
No, that's horrible. No, I sent it to you on Instagram. It was a group of 5th grade girls plotted to kill a 4th grade boy with a knife because he liked somebody else.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but no. So I just don't like people taking advantage of like people who are really trying to find love and like, oh, you gotta. So that's why I have my qualms. And then B. Simone's done some other questionable things. Really? I don't think she's a good friend.
Yeah, neither do I, honestly.
Yeah.
So I mean, best to her though. Hopefully she could turn her life back around because I'm sure it can suck when you're more famous than you are, like your financial situation being okay. But commercial break.
All
right, sounds good. We'll be right back, y'all.
And welcome back to the Play No Games podcast. This is the time where we have Sir Tay versus Mr. Rob in a friendly game. But today they are not going against each other. But no, they are going to blindly rank some random red flags that you would see on a date.
Okay.
That's actually fire.
That's clean as fuck.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't tell us beforehand. So go ahead.
So the first one is listens to new Kanye. There's 7 of these, by the way.
I love that. That's a 6.
Oh, yeah, I'll say 6. That works.
Thank you. We finally on the same page.
That works. 6.
That's a 6.
All right.
So if they're like vultures, is his
Yeah, that's why, because it is.
Yeah.
There's worse shit you can listen
Yeah, exactly. We got to leave 7 open.
Number 2 is invites a friend on the date.
Oh, that's got to be at least what, 2?
2.
I damn near want to say 1 because she probably just using you for food,
2.
food at
There's
that
something worse. There's
Yeah.
something worse. 2.
Number 3,
moment. All right, bro.
No.
Number 3, you find out that she regularly attended Diddy parties.
It has to be 7.
I feel like there's probably 1 even crazier. Fuck, man.
Oh, yeah. 5.
No. Put that at 3. I said 3.
3.
3.
I'll take that for what you just said.
Right,
Yeah.
Number 4, sends you a bill after the date.
The fuck?
Have you never heard about that?
I've heard about that.
What you mean? Elaborate.
They'll send you after you say you go like Dutch, right?
Oh.
And then they're like,
Oh, no. There's actually one where they send you a bill out for their makeup, their hair, their clothes, all of that.
what the hell?
4.
4.
4. I'm holding
4.
out because I feel like there's probably 1 crazy.
4.
Yeah, 4.
4.
I'd probably just laugh at that shit though, honestly.
I would laugh too.
Like, I'd be like flabbergasted at first, but
Cinder gas.
Number 5, you find out Tyler Perry movies are their favorite.
hold on.
Would you maybe like if they charge you for the makeup, would you say, oh, you're charging me $40, but really like you put on too much, I'm only gonna pay for 5?
No.
Nah, I
No.
wouldn't go that deep.
You
into
give
it.
an inch, they'll take a mile.
Type shit.
No.
What was you said Tyler Perry what?
Tyler Perry movies are their favorite.
5.
I damn near say 7. I know a lot of people.
I feel like there's something. Please.
I feel like I'm gonna say 7. That's 7.
Come on.
There's a lot worse shit. There's a lot worse shit. In the
I'm
world.
trying to tell you, there's something worse. I
know that's why I put that at 7.
Okay.
If there's something worse, why would? If there's
Okay.
something worse,
Okay.
Number 6, girl Melanie is their idol.
Ooh. 5.
Yeah.
You're just a bird. It's okay.
Number 1, they hate the Play No Games podcast.
Listen to my fucking intuition. I told y'all. No, we ain't fucking with you.
Nah. It's the gang or nothing else.
Type shit.
Let's go. I knew some bullshit was coming up. Good shit, RJ. Good fucking shit, RJ.
Yo, can you bleep this part out?
Of course.
Okay. So I ain't gonna lie. I thought you were gonna hold. Just bleep out the part. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you were gonna say one of these was gonna be. She's gonna tell you that she used.
We thought, I was like, that's a damn good thing that y'all would say.
All right, it's 2025.
I was trying to go off of just things that we have talked about on the show
No.
That's actually a damn good list.
That's a damn good list.
Yeah.
Nah, you put your foot in it. Good job. Now I'm gonna say, yeah, RJ, you was cooking with that one. We keep it up. Love you in this department.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it might be on me. I apologize.
It probably is.
No, it's actually.
It's on me. All right, so we rolled the dice with that game, so gotta pivot to my boy Malik Beasley, who's rolling the dice in life right now. So Malik Beasley played shooting guard for the Detroit Pistons this past year. He's been in the league a couple years now. I want to say like 6 or so. But he's got into a little bit of situation. He's not the first NBA player whose name has come up on gambling issues within the past year or two. So now the FBI is looking into him for insider gambling. And then along with that, I saw an excerpt from the Detroit News where it actually looks like he was so deep into some private lenders in the Detroit area, they were actually taking his game checks.
Oh shit! Exclusive.
So when we all me and RJ off camera, we'll talk about basketball here and there. And I remember earlier, like this past season, I was like, bro, Malik Beasley's been hooping. He seems locked in. Well, fuck yeah, because the boy's literally playing for his life right now, probably.
We have your son.
Yeah, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how stupid would you say this situation is on his behalf?
Oh, it's 11 by far. It's just like the worst timing. Like he just has the worst timing. Larsa Pimpin, this.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with hitting Larsa Pippen.
Ugh, she's a ugh. You would hit Larsa?
He's so full of shit.
I'm so dead ass. No, I wouldn't touch.
He's so full of shit.
See, and this is we just
I
built.
hate when niggas lie.
I wouldn't.
I did like if you want to say you wouldn't cuff her. All right, now that's one thing. If she was here in front of you,
No.
press. All right. He doesn't have a girlfriend. We're just gonna.
It's called gentlemen. It's called dick discipline. You gotta have it.
Niggas just be lying.
I'm not lying. So you can't fathom a dude seeing Larsa Pippen. She's cool.
Again, bleep this out. If you get her, you tell me you
Hey,
can't.
look here, man. I was in a different ecosystem during
Exactly,
that
so,
time.
like-
I was in a different ecosystem.
Bro, you've hit much worse in your life. We all have. Like, come on.
Well, bleep that part. Keep that part.
Yeah.
But no,
And you could just, I don't need you to like cut it. You just hit a little bleep.
dick discipline.
He's full of shit.
Dick discipline, gentlemen. You don't have to do it.
You know what that sounds like to me?
What?
Drew, I know you probably know somebody like this who says they swear up and down you could leave $100,000 just lying on the floor of a bank that they're not going to even think about touching it.
Oh my god!
It's real easy to say that when the money isn't right in front of you.
Right.
So, integrity and values is what certain cretins
If
in
she
this world.
pulled up on you butt naked in a
So if Lizzo
trench coat-
came right now and was twerking on the table,
see, that's a leading question. You really want all of Black Twitter to be frying my ass, calling me hey, body shaming, misogynistic.
I didn't say that.
No,
I didn't say
you're
that.
really the opposite. For real. You're the
first and
opposite.
foremost,
It's crazy because she's being sued for body shaming.
Yeah, which is ironically.
anyways, bring it back. Meaning, I promise you, I'm gonna look you dead in your eyes.
Have that $100,000.
I'm not.
Exactly. Yes, he is.
First and foremost.
He's doing.
I really wish we could get a video of you doing that.
One more Ninja Blender.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's funny as shit.
That's funny. I'm gonna look you dead in your eyes, bro. I promise you, I wouldn't hit Larsa. I promise you. that.
Senator! I was never on steroids. Senator! I just got bigger and stronger. Like, bro, come on. That's how you're doing right now.
No, I promise you, I wouldn't. See, and why can't niggas fathom that? I'll just say this: when it comes to certain different people, I definitely think you're right. I think if you said somebody else than Larsa, then maybe. But when it comes to Larsa Pippen, absolutely not. I'll give you that. I'll give you that logic.
I'll let you get your cap off right now. But either way, all right. So just reeling it back to Malik. He was supposed to hit free agency this summer. Had I believe it was reported 3 years for $48 million deal.
You are correct.
On the table. Even outside of that, nigga, you are gambling for, let's just say, you play parlays and shit. That's a high end where everything he's doing. Even if you were to hit on 90 racks a week, you are in the NBA clearing millions.
Thank you. It's chump change.
Yeah. And if nothing else, I don't understand whether it's like him, Terry Rozier, or any of these other people that are linked with this shit. Just hit up your mans and tell him to put him in.
Do some sign language.
And don't do it via text.
Do some sign
It's
language.
so easy to not leave a paper trail, and these fools
Easy.
just make it too easy.
You know, I think what's going on, I think we're really hitting on, man.
Literacy levels hitting an all-time low.
Yeah, man. I'm going to be honest with you, where it's kind of like,
I'm not going to get caught. All right, yeah.
I'm just kind of like, people watching too many true crimes, like, I really figured out the blueprint.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get, nigga, Mr. Ink will find your ass. Nigga. Also, another thing I think that comes into this is just boredom, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think, because
And gambling's a real addiction, too.
I'll
or
give
it
that.
can be, rather.
Y'all can call it people. I'm curious. Do you think when you call a gambling hotline, who you think is most likely to pick up, a man or a woman?
Part of me wants to say a woman.
I think so too. That'd be more soothing if I had a gambling problem.
You can.
Call the hotline.
Call.
The hotline while we're figuring this out. And okay, respectfully, I will give you this. Your basketball eye for like talent things definitely better than mine. When you see Malik Beasley, what kind of player would you?
Good player, not star.
Okay, so do you think he is missing piece on the championship team?
Yeah, I think he can be. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that's his peak?
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
He's a good player. He's not a star though.
Okay, so I think for me, I think one of the things our old school players did better than some of our new school players is I know my role.
Yeah.
Where like when Terrell was here, he was talking about I knew what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I think Malik Beasley looks at some of these other people's like, I can do that. No, you can't.
No, I think he does a good job playing in his role and not playing outside of himself. Is just these are very poor off the court decisions. Yeah, like all time poor. And our
Producers,
our
did you call the hotline?
Our video and audio director is, squabbling behind the camera right now.
I got my money on RJ.
Part of me wants to agree, but Drew's arm length is a bit longer, so he kind of like just sit here and jab his ass.
But he's got like dad energy. He's got like
That's not a good selling point.
like
He
got-
hasn't had a good night's rest in 5 months.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look, I got RJ.
I feel like RJ's probably stronger. Drew's endurance might be a little better right now, though.
Oh, I think so. Oh no, he's on chapter 28 with running with his child. No. He's got the no.
Bro, he ran like 30 miles this morning.
I like that smile.
What, you sitting there with this like
4 to 5.
were you sitting there with like this Liam Nielsen like type grin? I'll find you.
Exactly. Did we hit up the gambling, or did that call get okay? Anyway,
All right,
so
we'll just say fuck that shit though. But prayers to my dog. Hopefully he does not end up having to go to jail behind this shit.
he's going to jail.
Yeah, I think so too.
You going to jail now?
He going to jail. He going to jail. But quick transition. Still kind of up north. Drake awkwardly had a lot of conversation around the internet this weekend. It didn't find its way on my algorithm initially. He posted a picture of himself shirtless in a bathroom, looked like. Just kind of celebrating like new energy, so to speak. And people were frying him because they're saying it looked like he had surgically placed abs, and this isn't the first time he's been accused of this. And then your boy, Big Sean, actually,
I didn't know this.
yeah,
Okay.
actually posted a picture as well. Kind of looks fairly the same. Would you say it's appropriate in 2025 for a man to get what some people are calling a male BBL?
So I'm going to use the term.
And would you get a male BBL?
I'm going to use this term that's on the show, and I'm going to finally not be adult and say balls. And say absolutely, men, if you got to
fuck out of here. You've used that term before.
Huh?
You've definitely said pause before, bro.
But I'm just, in retaliation. Men, if you have a gut, flaunt it. Like, at the end of the day, be comfortable in your skin.
Somebody gonna love this shit.
Actually, if I'm being correct, I feel like a lot more women like dad bods more than anything. Like, right? I've heard that before.
Yeah, I didn't heard that much. But I feel like also some of them probably like that shit just to make sure your ass ain't going nowhere.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, that's weird. If you got something like that, I was like, hey Rob, I got a surgical abs. I think I'll laugh at you.
It's like a weird dichotomy with women. It's like half the time they're trying to take half your plate, even though it's the same fucking restaurant we've been coming to.
Man.
And I'm ordering the same thing, and you're like, oh, I just want to see how it tastes. You know how it tastes. You get that, or there's stuff in your face.
Oh, you're stingy. No,
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
Or there's stuff in your face to make sure that you do gain a little relationship weight. So,
I need more protein than you. Man.
So, it's catch-22.
110%. No, so my question is, to push that back to you, when it comes to how that found yourself, what was that? Did you time out? What the fuck was that?
No, I was just like,
Oh, okay. You send secret messages. my question for you is, y'all are ratchet today. What's in this PDX water today? What's in this batch?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Rob is really like the gift that keeps on giving.
What'd I do?
I thank God every day I join this crew. But as you were saying, sorry.
Anyway, really quick,
But shit. Yeah.
when it comes to, do you think that this is a distraction and like a recovery moment? Because he said cleansing his energy.
I don't think so. I just think
You think Drake being Drake?
Drake being Drake,
Okay.
and then the internet's gonna fry him because he's Drake.
Okay, last thing, and then we can move on. Do you think it's the cool thing just to hate on Drake just because now?
I think it's just a cool thing to hate. Period. So
Man, somebody's in league of their own. It's crazy. Anyway,
Nas versus Jim Jones.
speaking of
another rapper. So.
Speaking of legendary hate,
So I know we opened up this show talking about delusion. Jim Jones, in response to a podcast segment with Direct, I can't remember the young man's name. He was talking with Direct on his TikTok or podcast rather. Yes, clips or posts on TikTok rather. It was him, Rain 910, and they were talking about Jim Jones' impact in hip hop compared to Nas. He then alluded to the fact that he's 22 and he feels like growing up in New York, he's always heard more Jim Jones songs, and he feels like Jim Jones is more impactful. Jim Jones then saw that clip, responded, and doubled down on shit, and alluded to the fact that he believes he's a better rapper and bigger artist than Nas. What were your thoughts when you first saw that?
I'm gonna say I think Jim Jones is actually learning from 50 Cent, and he's he took his 50 Cent's course, and I think he's learning how to be a master troller.
I think Jim, I don't even know if it's him trolling per se, so much as he finds a way to just keep himself in the algorithm.
Thank you. That's why I say he's trolling. Meaning, I think for me, it's just okay.
Like if you put him on Live Detector, I think he knows like he doesn't rap better than Nas. Now, his impact culturally, especially when it comes to fashion, is very prevalent. But like also, bro, there's certain doors. If I have a house of hip hop, there's certain doors in rooms you're not allowed to get into.
Yeah, but I disagree with you with if you put him on lie detector test, if you like who you think is better, I think he will say himself, because I do vibe with him when he's saying like who you think is better between me and this person. I think he would say himself. Why wouldn't you say yourself? Like there's a lot.
Do you think you're a better basketball player than Kevin Durant?
Yes.
All right, niggas just be lying.
Yeah.
That's why I opened and said he's the delusion part of.
Wait a second, you gotta believe in yourself,
bro. But there does come a point where like,
okay, is my life on the line, or are we just playing for fun? If we playing for fun, yes,
it
KD.
doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if he only could use his left hand.
Wait a second, if we playing for my life, I'm picking myself. If we playing for fun, KD gonna win.
Your life is on the line. He can only use his left hand. You're up 20-0. Start with the ball, and you're going to 21.
And he needs to be blindfolded. I'm winning.
Yeah.
I'm taking myself. No, I just think. Did you actually see Nas's response?
Yeah, dude.
See, very King Disease like. Meaning, I feel like for me, it was just like, man, this peon is really worrying about these small potatoes. Well, I got a loaded baked potato. I'm bringing this all back to the Bronx. I'm just kind of like generational wealth.
Can you speak to what the response was like?
Yeah, the response was Nas dropped off his Instagram a video about over like the last 5 years he's been working with a financial group to bring a casino to, is it the Bronx? Brooklyn?
I believe so. Well, those are two different.
I apologize. Meaning, and it's going to be a way where it's going to be in the city for long term, and he's one of the not donors, lead investors. And like when we talk about what a casino does for a community, like it does a lot of things, especially if it's preference how he's doing it. Like there's going to be more than just casinos. There's going to be a lot of different things there, there for affordable living. I interpreted that too as well. So it was like, I don't need to respond to that nonsense because I'm talking about building up our community as, someone who's retired from rap. Like, a lot of people retire for rap and, they lose all the money. But he's actually, like, I've turned what I was really good at into something else. So,
I think it just gets to the point where, like, just to make an analogy, nobody trips when the wolf howls at the moon, but when the moon howls back, then it becomes a thing. So, like, sometimes you just gotta tune out certain peons.
Yeah. But, well, one thing we hope that you didn't do is you didn't tune us out today. And I'm not gonna lie, this has actually been one of my favorite episodes this year. We were all firing on all cylinders from all of us in here. But most importantly, dead ass serious. If you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. Each week we are planning to give you the best show possible in Portland because I truly believe we are the best kept secret in Portland. So tune into the Play No Games podcast. I'm Cartier Rob.
Take forward.
We got the backseat credits off screen.
Appreciate y'all.
We out.
We out.